This question is on the topic of qualitative analysis, more specifically the test for cations. So if you can recall, for the test of cations, we always add sodium hydroxide or aqueous ammonia, and we don't add them in one shot, we add them dropwise followed by in excess. So when we add dropwise, we are supposed to look out for any precipitate form, and if yes, the color of the precipitate, and then followed by in excess, we want to see whether the precipitate can dissolve in excess sodium hydroxide. So the question here is describing a scenario where the student added excess sodium hydroxide too quickly, and as a result there wasn't any precipitate seen. So the question is asking for which ion could not have been present. Now I will go through the correct answer first, and then we'll look at the rest of the options to see why they could have been present in the solution. Now the answer here is B, calcium. Why is that so? Is because in the test for cations, we learned that when we add sodium hydroxide dropwise in excess, calcium will actually give us a white PPT insoluble in excess sodium hydroxide. So in the scenario mentioned in the question, if the student had added excess sodium hydroxide too quickly, even so, we will still see a white precipitate because it's insoluble in excess. How about the rest of the options? For ammonium ion, if you can recall, ammonium salts are always soluble in water. So when you add sodium hydroxide, you shouldn't see any PPT. That applies for sodium and potassium ions as well. How about zinc and aluminium? For aluminium and zinc, in the test for cations, we learned that they form white PPT, soluble in excess. So in the scenario where we add excess sodium hydroxide too quickly, there is a chance that we may miss out the PPT, so we do not see precipitate. So the correct answer now here is B.